Welcome, everybody, to the Two Guys Edit podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm George.
And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Justin.
Well, it's me. Mm-hmm. I'm the most specialist person in the world.
Yes.
That's true.
That is why you're your first guest.
Completely. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll take it.
Yeah. Who is a voiceover artist.
That's me.
And God knows what else.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Better than a master of one.
Ooh, you rhyme. Oh, I cannot rhyme.
That's a great saying. I like the end of it. The end of it is the
that's
key
the part that
Everyone
people cut off, yeah.
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah. Same thing as blood is thicker than water. It's not. Blood of the oath is thicker than the water of the womb.
Oh.
Fucking bam! Right at the beginning of the podcast, you're hitting some fucking philosophy and shit.
I'm gonna stop this now. Sorry, I think I've done enough. No, but yeah, like being a voiceover artist must be something like.
It will be when I actually am a voiceover artist.
Yeah, but
I mean, you guys know what I do.
Yeah.
I do voiceovers for stuff on YouTube, so it's not like crazy stuff. It's very it's all procedure basically, you know. But I'm looking more for stuff that I can actually act with and stuff. So that's why I'm trying to get out there, do more auditions in like casting call club and stuff. And I'm trying to get out there and do stuff. But, as it stands, I'm a self-proclaimed voice actor.
Yeah, that's half the battle.
That's
true.
Battle. Yeah,
That's fair.
But like, what would you consider a crazy gig, or those dream gigs that you want to assess?
I want to play. This is actually a project I'm auditioning for.
Oh, okay.
I want to play a dog, not an anthropomorphic dog, but a dog who can speak, in a group of dogs in an Arrested Development, like Malcolm in the Middle style situation where they'll like talk to the camera every once in a while.
Oh, like they break the fourth wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love breaking the fourth wall.
Interesting.
I love the writing of it, and I really hope that I can get one of the parts.
Well,
but it's for everybody.
That's how you have to do it.
Exactly.
I hope
absolutely.
they market it enough so I can actually find it and see it, because that's pretty cool. Because that's
pretty
so
easy. It's one
Yeah,
of the
I love
really
that it's not an anthropomorphic dog. It's just a dog. That
It's
can
just
talk.
a dog that can talk. That's all it is. It can
Just a
speak.
dog.
It can walk around. It just doesn't have like people feeding fingers and shit. You know, like that's just weird. It's weird.
Oh my god.
Because talking dog isn't weird enough.
No, of course not.
no.
I mean, that's happened throughout history, right?
Yeah, forever.
History of film. Fair enough.
Oh, even on the hieroglyphics, and they.
Well, Anubis was a jackal.
Close enough. There you go. Close enough, right? Oh. So yeah, we were talking about just before. We were talking about Dunkirk, but
Yes. Yep.
what was the most recent films you guys watched?
Oh my
on the big
God.
screen, at least.
On the big screen.
Not at home. I don't like the whole home thing too much, because like you can't fully experience it the way they really intended.
I feel like that's very situated. It's very subjective thing.
Yeah, it is.
I personally can sit in front of a 50-inch screen and have the full theater experience.
Oh, if you have a full theater experience, you know
No,
what I mean?
not even. I just mean I personally experienced the whole full theater.
I also think it depends on the movie. Because I just
Yes.
Of
watched.
course, that's
Completely
it. You
agree.
can't say on every film
Yeah.
it's like that, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I understand.
Because Dunkirk, I think you need to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
It seems like
Yeah.
Chris Nolan is he's like berating Netflix because of the processes that they have or something, right?
Oh, we can
Saying,
talk
oh,
about
it's,
that.
it's not the same thing.
It's not
People should be
quality.
seeing it in theaters.
Oh, I can tell you so much about that. Like,
Yeah.
there's like just on the audio front of digital streaming, they are in the Stone Age. Completely.
Absolutely.
You can go ultra 4K, whatever, for Netflix and pay whatever amount of money. That audio signal is dreadful. It's nothing. It can't be decoded. It's super hard to decode. You need a special type of box. Only Dolby Atmos sort of does it.
Yeah. Your $300 HDMI cables from Monster aren't going to do shit. For
No,
that,
do nothing, because that signal is not being decoded, right?
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
just being dead. It's a dead air. So it's like there's actually a company here based in McGill at the School of Music in their digital department, and they're working on an actual codec that is small like an MP3, but can be decoded by most,
Wow.
boxes, receivers.
Wow.
Going direct, but
That's
like
fantastic.
nobody wants to adapt to it. They have the technology already. I've seen it, and it sounds impeccable. And I couldn't believe it. And they're still like trying to push through the Academy of Arts and Sciences and trying to get it to California, trying to get it to be. Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It'll
You'd
get there
think that they
eventually.
would
Yeah,
want to
you'd
have
want
that.
that, right? Because you can only get Blu-ray, like
It's,
Blu-ray.
but the thing is, it's going to be another Blu-ray situation. Eventually,
totally.
something like that is going to become the standard, right? So like DVD and VHS. It's a never-ending battle like that, and something is going to happen eventually where the audio quality is just going to be, it's going to explode onto the scene.
Yeah.
And then for another 15 years, it's going to be the standard.
Yeah.
It'll just take a little while. That's all.
It's just a while. Everybody has to get the right amount of equipment.
Absolutely.
And they have to buy the right disc. They can't just illegally download. Don't illegally download, folks. Buy your Blu-rays and support the industry. This is from an ex-person from the industry in the unions, still supporting.
It sounded more like you cared about the quality, not about someone actually paying.
No.
To be fair.
But yeah, like you have to, like that said, that audio has to be embedded, the correct one, in order to get that full experience. Like a Blu-ray on an Atmos system will give you as close as possible to what the audio technician, what the audio technician and the director wanted. But like doesn't exist on Netflix. Does not. You get regular 2.1, but also like fake 5.1.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
which is like it's like, oh, what's going on? For me, as an audio guy, it just drives me bonkers when I hear that at a friend's house. He's like, oh, I have a $2,000 system, and we watch something on Netflix. I'm like, my ears were like phasing issues were happening. They're just like sitting there normal. I'm like, you're deaf.
Well, it's just like,
can't you hear this? Like, I want to leave the room. It was weird.
As someone like who isn't as big an audiophile as you are, I don't think I would notice.
No, of course not. But if you actually showed a real clear distinction, had
Oh no,
A,
yeah. If you can hear
B,
the differences,
then
yeah,
you're like,
absolutely.
Then you're like, oh
Absolutely.
my god, because your ears have to acclimate. Your ears take about, I think, 12 seconds to 15 seconds to acclimate to what is the surrounding areas around you. That's why like THX did that big thing at the in the theater. Made that. It's actually an acclimating technique.
Childhood.
Yeah, it's like an it alchemizes your ears to prepare yourself for this new experience, because it feels like it's right in front of you, but it's actually going stereophonic all around and 360 and all that stuff. But we were talking about that with like 360 video, how that's pioneering. But 360 audio would be like,
there's a couple of companies doing those binaural
binaural.
earphone
That's right.
things.
That's a step in the right direction.
Awesome.
It's a step in the right direction.
Surprisingly cool stuff.
Yeah,
I have to admit. I like
and
it.
like the new feature film that's coming out, and you might know about this with whatchamacallit from Jurassic Park.
You're
Jeff
talking about fucking
Goldblum?
Jurassic Park,
No,
man?
Jeff Goldblum. No,
It's my all-time favorite movie.
It's a great movie. No, but Jeff Goldblum,
Yep.
he's gonna be in the first feature 360 film.
Really?
Yeah, it was announced 2
That man
years
does
ago.
have a lot
And
of
there's even a
presence.
trailer.
I didn't even hear about this.
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
surprised.
You should see it. It's super cool.
Sounds really cool,
And like
actually.
you're in the eyes of a robot. And like, he's like he's
Is
the
the
guy who creates
robot Jeff Goldblum?
No,
Damn it!
He's a scientist.
Damn
that
it!
created I know.
Missed opportunity.
Of course he's a scientist, though.
Yeah, of
what
course he's
is
a scientist,
what is life?
Yeah, what is life? I've actually heard him play jazz in LA.
Yeah.
Because that's what he always does. He's like Woody Allen, but like Jeff Goldblum.
Right, of course. Yeah.
So it's like he can play keys like a crazy person. Like it's really beautiful stuff. And he's an artist.
Yeah, of course.
Like and he's so humble about it. It's crazy. Anyways, yeah, you should go see him if you ever go to LA. It's a treat. It's always full and almost nobody knows who he is because it's usually always Chinese tourists in that area. So they're like, whatever, who is this man? Tall man. And
He just plays.
Yeah, and I'm just in the back with like a bunch of my friends, and they're just like, whoa, these people do not know who this guy is. They literally just think he's a pianist that he's just there all the time.
That's incredible.
And it was pretty fun.
That's kind of cool for him, just have that kind of anonymity.
Super humble. And exactly.
It's got to be a really fantastic experience. Personally, if I were like known as a bunch of characters on movies and TV shows and stuff, I would introduce myself on stage as a different character every day.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I think. Oh yeah, that'd be so cool.
You just play your gig as that character. Like, I mean, it's your likeness, right? Why not? That's what I would do.
Oh, it's so true. That's so funny. Even Woody Allen is very cool to see too in New York.
I can imagine.
It's really interesting. Yeah. Like, he's not great at clarinet. He just plays with his band. Another guy, House is also that guy who played House.
Hugh Laurie?
Yeah, he has a band, and his band's
that's
jazz blues
absolutely,
band.
yeah.
Amazing blues band. They came to Montreal 2 years ago.
Huh.
When they were on tour for the Montreal Jazz Fest. Anyways.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So what movies did you guys see? You didn't even say which movies
I
you
know,
saw.
because like,
Go for it.
that's the thing. I've only seen Baby Driver still. I haven't been to the movie theater
Baby Driver.
because
I would stop there.
I would, just like I'm done.
That's amazing.
No, but because this weekend I actually, instead of going to the movie, I played video games.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I actually played Firewatch.
I haven't
Firewatch? I played that the
haven't
day it
downloaded.
came out.
Did you?
One of the greatest
Lucky
experiences with a
dogs.
video game I've
It's
ever
literally
had.
in queue. I haven't had time to play
So
anything.
incredible. You should. It's not very long.
I know.
It's
Yeah,
not long at all.
Yeah,
You should
it
bring
took
it up.
me
there.
like 6
It's
hours.
6 hours? I beat it in 3.
Yeah,
Nice.
well, I didn't
And
try
I
to
guess
beat
I
it.
rushed through.
That's the thing.
But that's the thing.
want to.
I didn't feel like it. I felt like I was completely immersed in the world. It was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
Art, pure art.
Yeah, it was There's honestly
Pure
a
and simple.
movie
Really?
just that you're just
God,
walking
that ending
to me,
too,
it
right?
reminds-
It's like, oh my
Oh.
god.
To me, it
Because
reminds-
there's a
Don't see
secret
it coming.
ending.
No, there isn't.
Huh?
There is.
There's not.
There is. There's two
Then
endings.
Then they patched it in.
They
We're not going to talk.
patched it, it's a
We're not,
no. But like, that's great. Video game. That's an interesting thing. Though.
you make me
It's like,
fucking replay Firewatch now? Get
Yeah,
it. I swear to
seriously,
God,
I'm
we'll
right.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pocket laptop. What? No, but yeah, like I'm trying to finish Alan Wake.
Oh, no, that's an excellent
Like
game.
Alan
Keep doing
Wake,
it then.
the first
Keep
one,
doing it.
like it's like the episodic type of thing. It's like watching, you know, like
You're going to
anything
do
that's-
American Nightmare afterward, right?
I'm gonna try, yeah, when I have time. But that is like I'm trying to like go through the whole entire thing super slowly. Like I don't even rush through killing people. I'm just like boom, boom,
Suck it.
because I just love it. Because like everything's
Really
so
enjoying
like,
that experience.
yeah, it's such a good experience. But yeah, video games, it's something. But you enjoyed it, huh? How
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Like,
It was just,
I guess played the demo. a long
Dude, that
time
turtle.
ago.
oh my god. There's
Turtle's
just,
one of my favorite parts.
yeah, there's just so many different moments. I was like, this is going so well. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. More interesting because like I read about it a lot afterwards. And the fact that the ending is always the same, it's just like, it doesn't matter where you actually end up.
Yeah.
It's about the story that you
Yeah.
go along.
It's
Yeah,
the
pure
journey.
story,
Yeah.
Pure
the
journey.
story,
Mhm.
yeah.
So beautiful.
Those are great games.
Yeah.
Those types of games, like reminds me of the olden days of like Sierra games. With
Mhm. Absolutely, yeah,
Like I used
yeah.
to play a Sierra game that was based on a submarine battle type of thing, and had like video and like mixed of like movements.
crap,
and it was
I
like
know the game you're talking
it was
about.
so good, and it was like you literally thought when they died and you made a mistake, you're
Yeah.
like, holy crap,
I killed
everyone's
people.
gone. Yeah, and they make it so like I don't know what they did. It's pure magic. I don't even want to replay it because I want that
The
I
memory
want
to
that,
be
yeah, 'cause
preserved,
the memory
yeah.
has to be preserved and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that.
fair, considering your memories are all lies.
Yeah, that's yeah. All
Okay, we're getting there.
all
Okay,
memories
we're
are
not getting
lies.
philosophical.
No, let's get there.
The last movie that I saw
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
yeah.
was Wonder Woman. It's been a
Oh,
while. Yeah,
yeah.
it's been a while.
That's a good
I
movie.
still, I didn't think so.
Really?
I thought I would
I
even
haven't
go
seen
so
it.
far as to say that it was trash.
Okay.
Really?
I don't know
Really
because
didn't
I,
like
yeah,
it.
I
I
thought
don't
it was
like
a-
DC in general.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I know. I thought it was
DC's not my-
overhyped for what it was.
I like comics
doing
DC. Oh.
Yeah. Wait, so like part of the DCU, like
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's trash what they're doing right now. I feel like they're doing Flashpoint, right, for Flash, and I really hope that they use that as an opportunity to change everything, to just rewrite everything.
Big wigs
Because
are
they
like,
need to
nope.
get rid of Zack Snyder. Okay, all right, fine. Hold on, wait, let me preface this by
get another
saying,
Zack.
if it weren't for Zack Snyder, we wouldn't have a DCEU.
yeah.
But let me counter that point by saying maybe that'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
How about we just put him on a nice
God.
little like
Yeah.
estate somewhere and just pretend that things are being released and
I'm
make him
sick
happy?
of seeing 301, 302, 303. It's
Yeah.
it's old now.
Yeah.
The DC movies, they don't deserve that kind of treatment. They really
No.
don't. Superman is atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
All of
atrocious.
them, yeah.
Atrocious. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, I can't fucking say
Oh,
the word.
okay,
Just
no.
the worst representation. I feel awful too because Henry Cavill, perfect guy to play Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you just take Henry Cavill and you put him in the Superman suit and tell him just be Superman.
Yeah.
Don't give him any direction.
But you
You're just
know
gonna
what
be
it
a Boy Scout.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
what
like
we
this.
need.
It's like this random spindle being spun all the
Honestly.
time. You never understand what's going to happen with them until like I think DC stopped when Christopher Nolan stopped with sense of creativity
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
exploring.
Even their animated features have taken a hit.
Oh my
Really?
god!
The
I don't even watch
recent
any
ones
of
were
them.
just awful. They used to be
I know.
incredible. They used to kick the
Not
ass out of
Killing
all the
Joke.
Marvel
That new
ones.
one. That
That was
R-rated
awful
one?
too. Are
No
you
way!
kidding
It
me?
was so good. I thought it was pretty okay.
Out of the
compared to
whole,
everything
okay, well,
else,
how about
compared
the
to
whole
everything
Barbara
else.
Gordon thing?
Yeah, that's stupid.
That was shit,
Yeah,
right?
that's stupid,
That
but
was
I-
pure. I'm sorry.
yeah.
How do you guys feel about swearing? on
Swearing's
the
good.
podcast?
Yeah,
let's
go
go
for it.
We don't-
Fuck that whole thing.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's fine. That's totally
Unleash
good.
it, yeah.
Unleash the beast.
I really hated
Totally,
it. I
totally.
hated that part.
I
The rest of the
agree.
movie, I agree.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Excellent. Like this is what the original script was sort of based off of. I thought.
Yeah,
and
of
they
course.
kind of added things for no reason. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to do this stuff. Just let it.
It's
doesn't
honestly
even have to follow
the
a format.
comic itself,
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah. Of course, comics are just like it's superior. But like yeah, like none of those. No, I could say none of both universes have even hit the mark yet.
I don't know, man. I would
It's
I
tough.
would say,
It's tough.
and I feel bad because I'm picking sides here, but I would say that
Okay.
that, and I think most people would probably agree with me, but that airport scene in Civil War
Oh my god.
Easily one of the greatest scenes.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Easily
Totally.
one of the closest to comic
Very
book scenes
interesting.
ever.
Yeah, just
Very
because like it was
interesting.
waiting for it.
Yeah,
for 10
absolutely.
It was
There was
interesting.
so much
But there
build
should
up
be
to
more
it.
than that, though. But then, like,
You're right.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
100%.
right.
One
But it's
thing,
nice
you
that they
know? I
kind of
know.
they struck the nail once.
Yeah,
You know, I'm waiting for them to hit it again.
100,
That's it. We're gonna have to
Right,
wait.
fair enough, but it
it's
happened.
tough. Yeah, it
And
happened.
that's
Yeah.
more than you can say for DC now.
No,
with their,
DC
with their
could never
expanded,
do it.
expanded
Yeah,
universe.
Well, they're
DC,
trying right now. With
They
Justice
are, but they're
League.
trying too hard.
Yeah.
Or they're not trying enough. Like literally, like what are you doing? Like
It's just
are you
because
not trying?
It's just because I think they're trying to catch up to Marvel as quickly as possible
which
instead
is
of
what
you're
waiting
supposed to do.
to develop the stories properly.
People love their characters.
Yeah.
People will go and see their movies.
Yeah.
They won't compare them if you just do your own thing. But this isn't their own thing.
Yeah.
This is Zack Snyder. It's pure and simple Zack Snyder. The
Yeah.
best part of Wonder Woman, did you guys both watch it?
Yeah,
I've seen it,
I've
yeah.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
The best part of Wonder Woman was everything that Zack Snyder didn't have to do with. The whole first part of the movie where she's on Themyscira,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was very
Beautiful,
good, interesting.
didn't look like crap, and like fucking it was photoshopped to all hell. You know,
But
it
that's-
looked
but
amazing.
it was
The
like the
acting was
comic, but
great.
it's like
Everything was
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, because it was polished.
Absolutely.
It was
And
totally polished.
was it Patty Jenkins is the director? Right?
Yeah, it was Patty Jenkins.
Patty
right?
Jenkins did amazingly on that
And
part.
look, she's not doing 2. I think they're kicking her off of 2.
No, she
No?
is.
No,
Is
she- she is
Oh,
now-
if they get rid of Patty
read,
Oh,
Jenkins.
yeah.
Maybe I read something that was a bit like
I would be
not true.
surprised. Because like she's the first
I
female
wouldn't be
director
surprised.
to do a comic book movie.
They,
I know.
they would be insane to get rid
Yeah.
of, considering
Oh,
it's,
there would be
it's
so much
Yeah.
backlash.
Oh yeah.
the best performing comic book movie directed by a woman, which I mean, it's the only one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
The worst award to be given. Just tell her it's a good movie,
Yeah.
or rather, it did well. I
it
should
did
say.
well.
I
Yeah, it
personally didn't like it. I
Yeah.
agree objectively. A lot of it was pretty okay. Like,
Yeah,
the-
I
on the
think
scenes on
just because the
battlefield.
bar is so
Yeah.
low right now for DC.
It really,
That-
honestly, it's
it's
the best
incredible.
DC
Bar
movie,
for,
Yeah.
like,
but it doesn't mean
yeah.
much.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's like winning a raspberry.
comic
It's just
book.
like,
yeah.
well,
Completely, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what Wonder Woman 2 is gonna do.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel with movies, they still
but-
haven't adapted comic books well, just in the fact of storytelling, because they rush so much of a story. Instead of like long format on Netflix or on television, they can tell a whole story in 20 episodes.
That's
and you're
why
like, you're like,
I really
yes,
enjoy the
those
Marvel
are
shows.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Marvel
I
shows
don't
are
even care
good.
what people say, man. I'm enjoying Iron Fist.
I just
Same,
don't-
I
still
do
up
too,
for it.
actually.
Okay.
I-
It's
I-
totally
I'm
okay.
just wait. Like I understand that it's just a part of the story.
Yeah.
And like we needed that series.
Yeah, I think people just don't like the whole like. He's not a traditional superhero.
Yeah, but
you know?
whatever.
And it's like
Yeah.
that's why. But like, if
Dude,
you know
people
anything
don't like his
about
personality.
It, I know, but
They're arguing about his personality.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Everybody is so fucking
They're bored
like
out of their
like
minds, that's
like
why.
like Batman-esque, you know? Like nowadays, like, everybody's trying to be Green Arrow, like from the Arrowverse, which is
Yeah.
the worst thing that you can emulate. The like bottom of the dumpster, worst thing that you can emulate. But everybody's trying to do that. And it's nice to see somebody who's kind of chipper most of the time. He's
Oh
always
my
got a
gosh.
positive
Oh,
outlook on it.
super
Fucking
positive.
tell us, fucking
Yeah.
show those stories, man. That's what I want to see.
Because it's just, the long form is what comics should be,
Yeah.
not you know.
But that's
Very difficult.
That's why I kind of enjoy what Marvel's doing, though, because okay, sure, they've got their movies tell a self-contained story, and that's fine. It really is okay. I think
Yeah.
it's okay. But they've also got a major arc that's coming over. You know, so they've got the Infinity War thing,
Yeah.
that's going
Yeah,
on. And that was a
Infinity
massive
War.
comic thing. It was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
huge,
it was,
huge,
yeah,
huge
It was the
deal.
ultimate, yeah. Well, one of them, yeah.
And yeah, well, of
Yeah,
course, one of,
totally.
but it's easily
Yeah.
one of the biggest ones that's had the most.
Yeah, I'd say top
repercussions,
5
right?
for sure. Totally.
And they're doing that, right? They're telling this whole story across all of these movies, and you have to commend them for that.
Yeah.
At
They
least
stuck
they're
to
doing
it.
Exactly. Whereas fucking the DCEU and like Darkseid, you know, like what do they do? They've got like 3 movies. It's like, oh, Darkseid, bam.
Done.
Yeah.
There you go. Here's
They
a
were gonna fucking
spoonful.
put Darkseid in the Justice League movie, but they were like, no, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Eat
that's
it,
where we're going.
eat it.
Oh, God
Yeah,
damn
no.
it, man.
That's how it is.
What is it, like 20 movies in phases 1 through 3 or something?
Something
When you
like
have to
that.
include
Yeah.
phases in
22
something,
maybe or
I
something?
kind of walk away. Like what? Is it really like it could have been?
No, but I
could have
think
been the best television series of all time. It could have been
Fine.
spanned 10 years.
You could argue that for sure,
Like,
absolutely.
Like what they're doing.
But I think
with
it's-
the first with the Defenders, you know.
Yes,
that's,
right, fair
That's
enough.
how it should
Although
be.
I could do without Jessica Jones. Personally.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, Jessica Jones.
I loved it.
I thought-
because I've read the comics. They're really good.
I just don't like Jessica Jones.
Oh, no? Okay.
She's famous for being Luke Cage's wife. That's
Yeah,
as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as I'm concerned, you know. It's not to say anything against female
She's not a
superheroes.
pivotal
I'm
character.
a huge fan of female superheroes.
Yeah.
I was the biggest advocate of the Wonder Woman movie. I wanted it to succeed so badly because we need this.
Yeah.
Now that fails, I need Captain Marvel is what I need. Miss Marvel movie is what I
If
need.
that happened,
But,
yeah.
How do you feel like she's not going to be in Infinity War?
That she's not what?
She's not in. Like,
Well, it takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm okay with
Because
seeing
it's,
kids with backwards jeans
okay,
and
makes
shit.
sense.
I'll be
Yeah.
right with that.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in space, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm okay with
like,
that.
yeah.
I'm totally fine with that,
Totally.
honestly.
Yeah.
If I get to see Carol Danvers on the silver screen, fucking thrilled.
That'll be interesting, yeah.
Totally
Even like Doctor
thrilled.
Who is now going to be a female lead, which I think is going to be.
I completely agree.
Because like,
Why haven't they done it yet?
Yeah.
because you have the director from Broadchurch. If you watch Broadchurch, it's an amazing.
Yes, it is.
fucking show.
Absolutely is, yeah.
And like the director and the girl who was in that show, they're going to be doing Doctor Who. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Plus, it was David Tennant. in that
Yeah,
too,
David
right?
Tennant was in it, of course. So it's
There
like
you go.
that whole.
We're
Well,
getting
like
3
if you-
degrees of Kevin Bacon Tennant.
No, seriously. So like, Doctor Who will be a standard. It'll be standard good as always. You know. Like, so
Oh, I have
I'm
no doubt.
excited
Well, I
about
mean,
that.
I think it'll be better if as soon
It'll
as
be
Moffat
better for
is
sure.
off
Like
of
it'll
it.
definitely get better. But I mean, like,
fucking hate Stephen Moffat.
oh yeah, that's funny.
I dislike the man.
Yeah.
I dislike a lot of things, don't
Yeah,
I? I'm
apparently.
I'm a huge fan of some things and just a huge
Nah,
not
it's okay.
fan of other
I'm
things.
the same way. I'm the same way. That's cool. Yeah, like films and video games right now, they're just side by side to each other all the
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
It's
Which is it's exciting as it is scary.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
whereas games used to be able to deliver less and have more excitement about it, now people are expecting much more of them, and it's harder to reach those things.
Because it was rare back then. It was rare 10
Exactly.
years ago,
Yeah.
15 years ago. You would only get 1 or 2 games that were really like Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah.
those types of games that really dove into a cinematic experience. That
Even if they
expanded
weren't.
even if they weren't, but like
The scope,
they
the
were
scope
there.
seemed so much bigger than it actually was.
Yeah, totally.
And yet, it really it was.
Yeah,
it was that big.
You know what I mean? Like it was just like those were pivotal things, and then now we're trying to do that with like all the Ubisoft games that are trying.
Oh god,
yeah.
Ubisoft needs to stop
You know.
trying.
Yeah,
They need to stop trying. The reason why EA is the worst company in the United
EA
States
and
is because
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft is in France.
yeah, and they're here. But I mean, like even like Gameloft and even like EA, Warner Brothers.
I am just kidding, actually.
No,
I
but I
have
mean, like-
enjoyed a lot of Ubisoft games.
Yeah.
There's some good
I feel like their
games.
quality's going
No, there's
down
some
a
good
little bit.
Yeah, quality.
Okay,
has
like,
gone
just
down.
because they pump big things out.
Exactly.
Especially
I'm kind of
Assassin's
hoping.
Creed.
I'm kind of hoping the new Assassin's Creed.
I am too. I love that
I
game.
really hope so.
It's my favorite game series.
I
to
never
be very
touched
honest.
it. Never touched it.
You
Never
know what
would've
you should
touched
play?
it.
Honestly, if you do ever decide to play any of the Assassin's Creed games, play Assassin's Creed 1. Don't put too much effort into it.
Yeah.
Play Assassin's Creed 2 and the Ezio trilogy. That's all you
Okay.
need to do.
Uh,
After that, you can avoid 3 like the plague.
nice. That's
The
what I've
least
heard.
likable main character
Huh.
of all time.
Oh, great.
You cannot like the guy. I played through the entire thing. I just
no.
could not like the guy. It
Oh,
made me
couldn't
want to
invest in the
like.
characters.
It made me want to play somebody else.
But
you know,
Black
Oh,
Flag
we
wasn't
get to do
that
that?
bad.
I couldn't find any enjoyment of it.
Yeah.
It was too focused on the ship battles.
Oh, yeah, that was it. They're just
And
like,
it was
okay,
nice
let's-
for the first like 20 minutes
Yeah.
or something, and hearing the sea shanties and everything. It was cool. It was really cool.
The
but it got
detail
old
was
real
nice,
fast.
but yeah.
Got
Oh,
real
it's just so
old
much
real
time to
fast.
invest in. I have to figure out my time. There's just so much.
Your time. I have 1,100 games on my Steam
Oh my
account.
God. Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
have like a 26% completion.
Oh my
rate.
gosh. I literally just finished the South Park one, which was really good.
Oh, the Stick of
Stick
Truth?
of Truth.
That's,
Yeah.
That was an
Very
awesome game.
nice, very
I can't wait for
calming.
that
It was like
too.
therapy to me. I was like, this was really good.
Yep.
Like
It's
old
so
school
simple.
tactics and this like.
So good.
Oh yeah, it's just button smashing. I'm always the king of button smashing. Like I used to play N64 games and even like old Dragon Ball games on Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And like
Yeah.
you just have to like mash the button like that. You have to put 2 fingers on one button. Like you're just like tapping and nothing
Yeah.
else.
I had the claw kind of thing where
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like use my
Literally.
middle finger to like
Oh, yeah,
whack the
middle-
controller up to
yeah.
my
Oh
thumb
my
instead of
gosh.
pressing my thumb down.
And like
I become a master at that.
they need to make more button smashing games because complicated
maybe
moves
maybe
for me-
Fighter Z is gonna be your kind of
No,
game.
probably. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Nah, it's
For
all-
voice acting, another question I was trying to think about was
I'm the worst qualified person to do.
no, but like
No.
who are your, no, but who are your like I would really be curious about who are your inspirations.
Oh, Frank Welker.
Okay.
Okay.
Easily. The man with a million voices.
Do you like trying to imitate like that?
Yeah,
Do you
of
like,
course
and
I-
like doing
I
like
try.
like the Mel Blanc type of Mel Blanc used to do that all the time, like with Bugs Bunny and all this. It's Mel Blanc, right?
Yeah,
Oh shit, I
yeah,
didn't want to butcher his
no,
name.
it
It's
was Mel
legend. Yeah, like he would do that for hours and
Yeah.
hours all the time, and like
I used to do that a lot more, but now I think I've taken a little bit more for the inspiration route.
yeah, because you've developed a foundation. I'm
Exactly,
sure, because that's how it is
exactly.
with
I think I've
any art
mastered my
form.
voice.
Nice. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I've
yeah.
mastered my throat. It sometimes closes up.
Oh,
on me.
you
It
could
tries
be-
to-
you're
my body
humble
tries
about
to
it.
kill
Yeah.
me sometimes,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
But
It's like the rule of 10,000, right? If you've
Exactly.
done something 10,000 times, you've pretty much become a master at it. If
Yeah.
if you've done it consciously and with a good choice, you have a wraparound about that technique.
that's the only reason why I think I'm confident enough in actually trying to do like
Absolutely.
acting stuff now. Is
Yeah.
because I think I think I have a good repertoire of like voices and ways of acting and stuff.
Just saying repertoire is pretty much because
That's a little professional than I would ever say.
you can pick 18-year-olds that think they're going to do voice acting. They don't even say that. And you're like, no, you're not good enough. You don't even know the word repertoire.
No,
what?
no.
Okay.
I'm an old soul. So.
yeah, that's it.
Old vocabulary too. So.
Like, what actually got you into it? Like, what made you decide?
That's a very good point.
Man, I'm gonna try
That's
voiceover.
a real good question. I don't really know. I don't have a huge answer for that. I remember when I was a kid, I was a particularly unfunny child. It has carried on to this day. And
As you can see, that's why we've been laughing.
Yeah. Of course. Oh no, it's just nervous laughter, guys.
It's been dead silence for me.
No, I used to like make jokes to my family all the time, but it was jokes that didn't make any sense. Like as a child does. I'm talking like 4 years old.
Of course.
There's absolutely no sense. Like why the chicken
Just
across
pure
the road?
silly.
Yeah.
Because the wall is green, like things like that. Like,
Yeah, it's
everybody
like,
laughs because you're like,
Yeah.
Because it's nonsense. Yeah, because
But I mean, you take that laughter and you put it into something kind of like a Jim Carrey situation. And you just
That's
kinda,
exactly
you
what I was
just-
gonna
you
say.
Try things
Totally.
and you test the waters kind of.
that's what he did when he was a kid. Literally, I
He stand in
seen
front of
that-
a mirror and just change his face a million different ways.
and he would
throughout
like
the day,
prank his dad all the time. His
Absolutely.
dad was like cool with it. Thank goodness, instead of beating
I
him.
used to do that. I can't even say that I watched a lot of TV when I was a kid growing up. To be completely honest,
Yeah.
I didn't.
No
I
Saturday
really-
morning cartoons.
No.
No,
escapism?
Occasionally, not that often. I had a pretty decent family
Okay.
experience. We were all pretty close. I mean, TV was just kind of a regular thing. The more we grew up, the more we'd watch. Like we'd watch TV, watching dinner, eating dinner and stuff. Eating dinner, watching dinner. And,
Eating TV, watching dinner.
Yeah, seriously.
and I always loved certain shows. I think actually what it was that really brought me into the idea of voice acting, like people behind a microphone, wasn't even a cartoon. It was Reboot and Beast Wars, like the 3D animation.
Yeah,
things.
Reboot's really cool.
And I would be looking at that and thinking like, man, somebody has to act that. Like a cartoon, it always felt like a different thing.
Yeah.
But an animation, it felt like there was so much effort that went into a product like that, and I wanted really badly to be a part of that. I wanted to be part of that process, and I after that I started doing more research and stuff. I would start paying attention to voices, and I would start hearing like, oh, I know that guy. That guy played this character in this show, and this.
Oh,
and this.
that's really
Like,
cool.
Scott McNeil played a million characters in Dragon Ball, but and a million other animes.
Jeez.
I started listening to people's voices, and I would like break my own fourth wall with that. You're like, oh, well, he's not this character. He's actually this character. And I would start imagining like, oh, what if this character was doing this instead? And, like, I would do a million different ways of going about that kind of thing. And at some point, I just thought like I want to do that so badly. I want to be that guy. I want to be somebody that somebody can hear my voice and associate it with something. I want to have not my face associated with my voice. I want somebody else's face associated with my voice. That kind of thing. It's a very strange way of looking at it.
I think that's really cool, to be very honest. It's just like, it's not worth having your face be all over the place.
It's right, exactly.
But like, you bring joy to like thousands of different characters.
Exactly, and it just seems like such a cool idea to me. And there's a lot more than just Frank Welker. There's so many other actors out there that I admire to no end. But it just seems like such an amazing job to do, and it's something I've found over the years of doing all that research and stuff that I've become more and more passionate about, just for the research purposes. I love doing the research and hearing these people's voices and seeing what other things they've been in, and like I developed a passion for it, and now I'm ready to go to the next level and actually be the one to do that stuff. And I just want to get out there and do it.
Yeah, of course. Like, that's amazing. Like, yeah, because even early on during those YTV phases, that's when very few people were in that industry. It was people.
Absolutely.
It was the no.
It was-
People knew.
everybody
People
did-
knew
it was
each other.
Ocean Dub. It was pretty much exclusively Ocean
Yeah,
Dub.
pretty
They would
much,
do
right?
all of the
They do every
anime.
But now it's like this open field a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's very
It's
exciting.
much more accessible now. It's still a little strange because you can still be non-union and get jobs in voice acting. Like you work for Funimation non-union.
Yeah.
I could be in Dragon Ball non-union.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be. But
Oh, never say never. You know?
I mean, I'm not going to Texas right now, so
What, you don't want to go to Texas?
no.
No.
Austin's apparently beautiful.
No, it's too
Austin,
fucking
beautiful.
hot there. That's all.
It's hot there all the time. Hey, Rooster Teeth is there. Like they're not
I know.
doing so
Trust me,
bad.
I've thought about it. I really
Seriously, I've thought about it too. Moving to Austin,
Yeah.
for at least 5 years, I've been always thinking about going there. Then, if I wasn't going to be here, it would be either Austin or New York. Like LA was always out of the question because LA is just like slit my throat, and
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
end of story of
Which
my
is strange
life.
because that's the place that I think I would.
It
probably do
depends,
better.
maybe, yeah, right. For a person like
Yeah.
you,
The
probably.
thing is, there's so many studios there, and you know, if you have,
So
if you have
saturated.
access, if you have access, that's the other problem, though, right?
Yeah.
And here in Montreal, it's kind of okay. The only thing is, it's hard to
Kinda,
get in with
yeah.
with companies, you know.
Yeah.
I just imagine
Like I'd love to work
countries.
for Bethesda, you know, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
For video game companies, yeah, it's really pretty great.
Yeah.
Everything else around it, it's gone.
Absolutely.
It moved to LA. Like
It's,
I know a lot of sessions.
Toronto's fucking
Oh,
huge
Toronto,
for that.
yeah, Toronto for
Toronto's got
yeah.
Chorus Entertainment. That's
Yeah,
everybody
Chorus,
does
yeah.
all the kids shows on YTV and stuff.
Yeah, because
throughout
Chorus
the
is
year.
Shaw and like stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. They do a huge amount of stuff, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm interested in doing that. I'm just interested in doing anything.
Yeah.
I'll do a kid show.
But like Toronto, you can do
Yeah, I feel like that's actually more interesting than people will give credit.
right.
Because you get so much range with a kid show.
Absolutely, of course.
Just jumping around and
Yeah.
just doing stuff.
Just doing ridiculous, insane things.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I'm super excited.
how's the freelance life though? Do companies
Few and far between.
companies want you to be there or want to like do they want you to
don't
go
know.
to a studio? You don't know. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't had any experience with that yet. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I'm self-professed.
Right.
I, my only experience actually being a voice actor is with.
Horse entertainment. Oh, okay.
That's it.
I'll beep that out. It'll be like horse entertainment or whatever. It'd be so funny. You know, the only one bleep is that. That's hilarious.
All right. Well, how about I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make you work your.
Horse entertainment. Oh God.
Well, it's actually me doing this.
Yeah, this is
So
it.
thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nick.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks,
this will
guys.
look
Really
fun.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna look for it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one long bleep.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So
Horse entertainment. It's gonna be that now.
entertainment. It should be horse.
Yeah.
I'll send you the recording of it. Horse
Okay.
entertainment. That's the one you'll use. Horse entertainment.
I work. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do it.
No, but they're a great company, anyways. Whatever.
Yeah, no.
that could be a whole slew of conversations.
Anyway,
But
that's my only
But
experience.
you're building. But that's
It's
like
a
this.
start.
It's like this
Absolutely.
huge foundation you can build off of, and like you have open creativity in a way.
Yeah.
So
the
it's,
other thing that I'm trying to really focus myself on is personal projects too, though.
Yeah.
Like I think I showed you or I linked somebody
I think you
the
linked-
Pokemon Abridged thing that I had done.
No, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, you linked it to me. I did
I
see
did,
it.
right?
Yeah.
haven't,
So
I
I
feel
played
left out
almost all
now.
the characters on that thing.
I think you did. Yeah, it was on
The
the
only
Slack.
characters I didn't play were the women and Brock. I played every other character on the thing.
Nice.
I had a blast doing it. It was so much fun. It was actual acting. You know, I had so much fun doing that. It took me a month, but we had to,
But it's worth it.
cut it up and do everything too. You have to edit it ourselves. But I love doing stuff like that. You know, and I want to do more things like that because that's something I can show people. You know, it's like look, this is my range. I can do this. I can play a kid. I can play a 10-year-old kid. It's not a very convincing 10-year-old kid, but it's a kid nonetheless. You know.
Yeah, good nonetheless.
I think I sounded more like an Ash Ketchum than what's her name, Veronica Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm trying to focus on. You know, I want to get out there and do stuff too, but I need
Yeah.
stuff in my bank. You know, I need a demo reel. I'm still working on those. You know, it's hard to
Yeah.
put as many different voices and shit into 1 minute, which is absolutely absurd to me. I wrote a 3-minute.
Our
demo.
voiceover demo reels a minute?
1 minute. They don't want any
Really?
more than that. Maximum 115.
That's insane.
People know how much
Because like I know
patience they
directors
have.
usually their demo reels are longer.
Yeah,
They're
of course.
closer
Well,
to
that's
3 minutes because they have to
Yeah.
because it's scene work.
Yeah, whereas I have to do like 10
Yeah.
different voices, 6 different voices with 10 seconds each.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I think like half of it is really that demo, the hard
Yeah,
work.
as soon as that stuff is done.
Yeah.
And then the other 50% I think is literally socializing,
It
going
is.
to parties.
Why do you think I'm here?
You know, yeah, totally, exactly. But like times, you know, like going.
I
to,
love that honesty.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, but you're totally
Well, no,
completely
you guys are
correct.
cool. I like
Yeah.
you guys. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm thrilled that you asked
I'm
me
glad.
to
Uh-huh.
do it, but I mean,
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is I only have so much reach myself.
Exactly. Oh, same. Like
Yeah.
you know, reach. I always find reach can only go as far as you can take it at that one moment because then
Yeah.
it goes back after. You know, I could have 3 years that I don't go to parties and don't go to festivals, and I don't get any work.
Yeah, they degrade.
You know, it degrades totally. But if you go back, it replenishes
Of course,
itself.
you
So
reunite everything. I completely
yeah,
agree.
and I find that that's the best thing to do. You know, it's just mingling with everybody. Everyone's in the exact same awkward position you're in. In the whole industry, even unionized people and non-professionals, they're all in the same party. They're all at the same situation you're in, no matter how many gigs they've had.
Actra isn't gonna help any voice actors out there except for Troy Baker right now.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean? Like that's it. Like, and you'll for me, that's the key ingredient. You'll meet a lot of actors. That's one thing I always. It might change now, but like, But you meet a lot of people in the sound industry. You meet people in every single part of the industry that are just like, here's a car. We shared a couple drinks, and then your pawn moves a little bit closer to the end to queen. You know, and then you become. Then you're in the circle.
Yeah.
Once you're in the circle, you know.
Yeah, it's also like why you realize like every single actor or director, they always work with the same people.
Yeah.
Because it's just their circle.
They work with the
just
same
friends.
agents. Yeah, they
That's
work with
it.
the same agents, and that's
Yeah.
it. And that's how it goes. Like, you would be surprised. It would be cool to see a family tree
Oh man.
of
yeah.
the web of like the
The
agents.
6 degrees of Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon.
yeah,
kind of
sure,
thing,
yeah.
on a
But
massive
like,
scale.
yeah, and there's just like 6 agents or 3 agents, and then all the actors and actors, and you realize it's just those 3.
It's a
You gotta,
mafia.
yeah,
No,
maybe,
honestly,
yeah,
it really is.
yeah. You know, like they have that's what it is, and
The
that's
secret
totally
strings
okay.
being pulled.
Yeah, it's a hard job, I'm sure.
Oh,
Like that's
100%.
but you know what I mean. Like
Oh,
that's what
there's
it
no
is.
doubt,
That's
especially
what
when
it
you're
is.
juggling that much
Oh,
talent.
when that
it's
much
gotta be
talent?
incredibly Plus,
Yeah.
you got to think like, oh man, who would be better for this role? I've got like 6 people who could probably do this thing.
Right.
Who am I going to choose?
Yeah, who am I
send
gonna
them
choo-
all?
right.
Are they going to
Yeah.
compete against each other? They're all my clients. What am I going to do? It's got to be incredibly stressful.
Oh yeah, totally. Like
Incredibly so.
I saw on the H3 podcast, Jesse Wellens, the guy who does Prank versus Prank and all that. You know, the guy he's
His
in
name sounds
YouTube.
kind of familiar.
Yeah, he's like tall, skinny guy. He screwed up on that EA thing at EA Live, the Battlefield thing. They had a YouTuber and they couldn't read the lines, and he just bombed the whole entire thing, and even introduced the wrong EA guy and everything, and just was like. It was a
That's
total
rough.
miscommunication. It was super rough, and it's really funny. But he's totally cool about it. But like, he's represented by the same person who represents Snoop Dogg, and they did that whole that Snoop Dogg video with him shooting the president.
Yeah.
He's the guy that Jesse guy directed that music video. He's
okay.
now a producer and director instead of a YouTuber.
You take your weaknesses and you turn them into
Yeah,
strength, right?
you know what I mean. And like that's that. You know, like that one agent represents so many bloody people from every single direction. You know, so it's like it's super 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 small. I don't know where the segue was for that, but I can't remember. I don't know what happened to it. There was something relatable to that, but it's that's how it goes here.
Well, just the networking aspect.
Yeah, the networking aspect. That's it. Exactly. So
That's why Justin came. It wasn't for our entertainment.
yeah,
Oh, it's for your entertainment? Is that why I'm here?
absolutely.
Said it wasn't for our entertainment.
Thank you for
They-
that
They
entertainment.
taped me down to the chair. I
Chair.
can't leave.
It's glue.
Yeah, super glue.
Yeah, the glue right there.
Sponsored by Super Glue.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
It's fake
No,
bottle.
I mean, joking aside.
Yeah, of course. No.
Everybody needs to network to some degree. I'm doing it unconsciously for the most part.
Same here.
joking
No, no.
about it.
No, it's
no. Totally.
It's just such a valuable part. And like I am someone who hates networking at like networking events because you're just like
networking events.
Yeah, because
is
you're
like,
inundated.
That's lame.
It is. It's like 50 people hand you a business card, maybe a second of conversation. It's like this isn't real.
You got to go to after parties after a film
Yeah.
screening at like TIFF
Absolutely.
and stuff. That is like you get one card only, and that's the person who you're actually going to talk to the next day.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have breakfast with them that morning because you got hungover and stayed at their place. That's how
How
it
many
works.
times have you done that?
Oh, a lot. a lot. Too many times. Like, yeah. That's when you know you're in the right crowd, because when you're in those things were the death of me. I would have literally pockets full of cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way am I going to email these people.
Because you don't know anything about them at that point.
Oh no!
course, yeah.
Like I used to go to old TechCrunch ones, like from 6-7 years ago in Toronto and here and in Detroit and New York, and literally it was just that you're stuck elbow to elbow or shoulder to shoulder, and you're just getting cards.
You just feel like you're
2-second
cattle.
intros, 2
What are
second
you going to do? Are
intros.
you going to sift through all those cards?
Yeah.
To be fair, I do.
Seriously.
Like in real life, like whenever I get
I
a
guess,
card,
really?
yeah, I mean, I guess it does make sense.
Somebody should
do.
play like with like a bunch of people. They play cards with those and be like, you know, like just make
Winning
fun
hand
with
actually gets
total
chosen.
information
Bingo?
on it. Yeah, with total
They should do
information.
bingo.
And you don't even blank out the cards. Like you show people's information out, and you're just like, I can get all the cards. I win, and the cards are the loot as well.
Oh, wow.
But like literally one of those types of parties, like one of those ones, the one coolest guy was literally not even. He was at the entrance basically. He didn't even want to come in, and it was one of the people who runs Wikipedia.
Oh, wow.
So imagine it's only like 10 people that run Wikipedia,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all over the world, and the rest are all volunteers. And
Yeah.
he was one of the guys that actually created programming. And I spoke to him all night. He was like, "I hate these parties." He's like, "The only reason I came here is because we're sponsoring the event." You know what I mean? And I'm like,
he's like
what?
a champ at least for.
Yeah,
going out
totally.
there.
Like,
At least he was there. Right?
yeah, you know what I mean? That was amazing. Didn't even need his card, nothing. I'm like, we just talked because I was just like, I was weighed down by cards, you know? Like, frick. Those were
Getting my
really.
quota.
Yeah, seriously. It got, yeah, really. I didn't even want cards. They just literally put them in your hand.
Ow, people.
Oh,
Ow.
oh, you're an angel investor? just like cards flying on your face. You're like, I used to be, leave me alone. Yeah. Oh, this one's made of satin.
Is this straight up like American Psycho thing?
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, like that's the thing. Socializing is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's being human.
Yeah.
Personally, I find in my situation more for the voicing aspect because I want to get into video games and cartoons.
Yeah, of course.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me, it's gaming conventions.
Yep.
You go to the
Yep.
indie section.
Big
you
time.
try out the game. You tell them, hey, this is really cool. I'm a voice actor. If you guys
Yeah.
ever have need of me, here's my card.
Yeah.
If I need a card.
Yeah. Vistaprint. Vistaprint.
Yeah,
use the code
yeah.
checkout and cart.
Yeah.
And you'll get no percentage off.
They always have a sale.
Yeah, Vistaprint
I've never
always,
really
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Vistaprint is always
It's always
like
a
that.
red slash through.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah, for everything, yeah.
Though to be fair,
Literally.
I actually kind of want to use Moo.
Moo is really cool.
I've used Moo a long time
But
ago. Yeah.
Moo uses the European the
Size.
the European size. Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
like them.
Well, they have a
Yeah.
standard business card and then a Moo size as well. So
oh, okay, all right.
The
Yeah.
European carry-on size, basically. You know, the European
Yeah, it's like-
carry-on.
it's more
you know,
almost
that's the
squarish.
size.
yeah,
Yeah, it's almost
it's
square.
really nice. I just got a delivery of it.
It's ugly.
Of Moo. Of Moo?
Yeah, of Moo. I
Okay.
literally have it. In
I haven't
my
used
yeah,
Moo
it's-
in a long
yeah.
time.
It's really nice.
For me, I don't use business cards anymore. It's few and far between. Like
just gone.
one a
Brag.
year. Like one a year. Oh no,
He's
I'm
too
a brag.
brag
It's
for
just
us,
like
you know.
because I just tell people my Twitter handle. If they really want it interested, they'll add me right away.
course.
Or like they add me through phone and like just add my Twitter handle.
Yeah.
That's how I get contacted. I don't give my emails anymore.
That's nice. Nice.
Emails. Frick, I have too many.
Environmentally
emails.
friendly.
No, but like for a business card, for me, I really lost the interest of it when I got slews and slews of cards all the time. Like this is not for me. Like
Yeah.
Business cards are really just for
it
starting
really
out.
depends. It really depends.
You need
It-
to make your contacts at the beginning.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, totally. And it all depends, right? How you use it. Like the purpose, I just never wanted to use
Yeah.
it. Never.
Sorry.
But
I
yeah.
mean, if you
I-
had found another way, then whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like for
yeah.
my age though. I find like having one makes me
Yeah.
seem like I'm legit. That's
Totally.
the thing.
No, absolutely.
Because
The-
otherwise,
the-
I have no credibility.
Yeah, it's like having.
why,
It's,
you're
it's
just
like
a kid.
wearing the suit. It's like wearing the suit.
yeah.
You know.
You're
Like-
just saying that you do these things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
you're-
necessarily
yeah,
do
you're
these.
literally-
The funny thing is like you have this card and everyone's like, oh yeah, so this is what you do. It's
Yeah.
like, wait,
I can walk around and be like, I have a microphone.
Yeah. But really, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think making a slew of content, and if you make one piece of content that's really relatable to the people you're talking to, they more or less likely have seen it sometimes. And if you eventually know, I think through time, because that's happened to me and happened to many other people that were in my circles, is that they would see that one thing, like I'm in that niche circle of classical music. So like people see my stuff and they know who I am and they know I can create stuff for them if they want content.
Yeah.
Like classical FM and all those types of things. So like I don't bring my card because they're like, oh, you're the flute guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm the flute guy. I'm the guy who sucked in helium, or I'm the guy who made the most amazing like commercial about how the flute is awesome, you know, with like spinning like things, like because flutists don't know that much about technology.
that's also very niche.
Yeah, and it's super ultra niche, right? So you only have about 400,000 people, which is only amazing because like you get $1 from each one of them. That's amazing.
Obviously,
You
it's a
know?
big if.
No, but not really. In niche, it's actually in hyper niche things like that. If you're the only creator that's making great content because no one else is making content,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
all
I
the
guess.
Yeah.
traffic is coming to you.
It just
And,
can't
like,
be like
it's like
this-
me
no-
and
yeah.
James Galway. Those are top two channels, and then like there's pop flute stuff, which is just not even talking about real flute. It's just talking about living the life of a struggling human. But yeah,
Yeah, it just
making
needs to be-
something in your niche market. If you make something that's makes like for voiceover, like you're making content, and you're always gonna make content. I guarantee, out of 100 videos, one of them,
Oh, I know for
gains
a fact that
traction,
people-
you
I know
know?
for a fact that people
yeah,
people
that's
all
a
over
great
the place
feeling.
hear my voice.
That's
I've
pure
been,
traction.
I've been stopped. Until,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
I saw
amazing.
your
That's
video.
what I was going to ask you. Yeah, right. Have you had that? That's an amazing
Really?
feeling. Yeah, and that's an
It's
amazing
mostly
feeling.
like friends of the family and stuff.
No, but I mean, like, yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that gains so much traction.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I love that feeling. Whenever I get that feeling, it's like jumping into the.
It reinvigorates you.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like, oh man, I am doing the right thing. I'm
Absolutely.
doing exactly what I need to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In your art form that you're doing, that's the greatest thing to have. You know, I think it's super powerful, and people who don't people who are in that industry and don't take that for granted. Ooh, they are not very.
I will remain for the rest of my life the most humble person.
Totally. But there's some that are not.
We ask you
know?
20 years from now, like it just
Yeah.
gone to your head.
And you're just
Yeah.
like, you're like, whatever. Are we doing this thing again? You just cut a
Here's your
cigar.
fucking
Yeah, cut a cigar. Whatever, kid. Live your dreams.
I Like fucking William Shatner.
Yeah, yeah.
voice
Oh
acting.
my gosh.
Oh,
The
man.
Shatner.
Oh.
Oh my god.
The name says it all.
Oh my god.
Shatner.
Shatner.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot. He does a lot of like. There's a guy I know that did a shoot with him, and it was for like an Allstate insurance commercial. And man, he said he was like one liner, done. He's like,
Yep.
He's like done. He's like, it was like literally a 20-minute shoot. He knew all of his lines. He's like, are we done? He's like, do we need another take? He's like, let's do another take. He's like, no, it's good. And it was like literally they didn't want prosperity, like the you know.
But I mean, like, to be fair though, William
but he's
Shatner
he's the
himself
pro. Yeah.
is he's only good at what he does because what he does is not that good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
There's a reason
He's-
why you can go through your entire career speaking like this.
Yeah.
Because anything that
Yeah.
you say will always sound like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's a standard that he's just it's this
Yeah.
theater. It's this faux pas theater that he invented himself of like dictating and being very clear. But like he matched that same persona like with Sinatra. Sinatra was always a one take guy, you know, and he had that Sinatra sound. So he never had rehearsal, 0 rehearsals. He would just be like, "I'll meet you at the show." He would go and have his things with his whoever he was drinking with or whichever lady he was sleeping with at that time. But it's true. Like he was, but he was a pro. Same thing with Celine Dion too. She doesn't go to rehearsal much, and she just nails it all the time.
One trick pony, but like
Yeah, totally.
when you know
Yes,
it,
that's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When you're well, it's a jack of one trade, really.
Yeah, Jack of one.
It's
Yeah,
come full
because that's all,
circle here.
and that's the thing. That's all they can do.
Yeah.
Once you put them out of their comfort circle, they get either super uncomfortable or they just never do it. So you never see them do that. So it's pretty interesting.
And that's one thing I don't want to sink into. I'm really not interested in
Yeah.
in being.
It's
one
easy to
trick
fall
pony.
into that stuff.
It
So
is.
yeah,
it is
very-
because
that's why
also
some
because
people
like
do
you
that.
get known for one thing,
That-
and then it's like
that's
it's like your
exactly
cash cow.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm anxious now to start getting out there and actually doing
I
acting and
know.
stuff because I don't want to do this for the entire of my life. You know, like it's fun. I have fun with it. I make it fun for myself. You know,
Yeah.
there's a reason why I'm the only one that actually like goes out there and fucking I'm the most emphasized person on the channel. You know, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I don't. It's not that I don't want to do it. I do want to keep doing it. I actually do. It is
Yeah.
fun. I learn stuff doing this stuff too.
Of course.
I sound like I know everything. I don't. I really don't.
No one does though.
no, but
that's the secret of everything.
literally know
Everyone's
nothing.
making it up as you go along.
I
Absolutely.
cry every time I leave you. Anybody I talk to, I go and cry. I'm like, I know nothing. I know zero. I have tissues everywhere.
Sex to
Yeah, in my
Right.
pocket, everywhere. Literally,
It's right in my pocket, right?
at least 3-4 times a day.
This is the lull.
Yeah, I literally know nothing. Yeah. No, but like we know nothing.
So we're Jon
Anyway.
Snow. We just know nothing.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you guys see season 7, episode 4?
I did.
Oh my god, I don't know. What is it? What is it?
It was
I don't
really
know.
good.
In which
It
one?
It was really good.
In what show?
And Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
The
I haven't
latest
watched any
episode.
Game of
We're not
Thrones.
won't spoil it. All I will say is that one scene blew my fucking mind because
I
it
know.
felt like we've been building up to that for years.
Oh, I have known
That's
nothing
a
of Game
season.
of Thrones.
It's-
Zero.
I thought it
so,
was just gonna be a filler episode,
So did I.
and then
But that's what I've
Oh,
heard
I
that show is
fucking
like
hate
that. Huh?
Cock slapped. Why I shouldn't have done that.
It's okay. It's all good. You got a lot of
Sorry
work in
about
this
that.
one for
You're
you.
you're gonna forget that happened during the editing.
Let's get more guests. Oh my gosh, 3:30 in the morning. What happened? You literally think something like burst in your head. You thought you had a seizure coming or something. You're like a blood vessel exploded in your head. I gotta call the hospital.
if I die,
Yeah.
you're to blame.
Yeah.
This recording session is threefold entertainment, right? It's entertaining for us. It's
Yeah.
entertaining for you when you're re-recording, when you're
Yeah.
editing it. And it's entertaining for,
For all of you.
Hopefully, please.
Yes.
Laugh.
Laugh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel a lot of podcasts never have those types of things. That it's just super serious sometimes. Some of them. I've listened to some podcasts. I've literally just gone.
That's
And
boring.
it's one guy, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Your first episode was great.
Yeah.
No
You're
more. Yeah, no more. Like when you add more entities, it's so much funner. Like Rooster Teeth, just superior.
Well,
the
of
way
course,
they
but
do
I mean,
that.
they play off each other so well.
Yeah.
They all know each other so
Yeah,
well.
they know each other so well, and they're
Funhouse
just
is
like,
another great example too. Dude Soup is one of the best
I don't know about
podcasts.
Dude Soup.
You
No.
should definitely watch it.
No.
They're really
Okay.
they're amazingly funny people though.
Yeah.
They have like 15 years of improv between all of them.
Oh, wow.
So
Ah.
they're all really good at quips.
Lovely.
And they know what they're talking about too.
Yeah.
It's mostly games and movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, not to promote their podcast.
No, it's
Promote
okay.
this
We-
podcast.
no, we-
Fuck
two guys edit.
Two guys edit. That's
Two guys edit podcasts. But you know what? Fuck those other podcasts.
Yeah, no,
they should
they-
come and they should promote us so we can be at this.
Nah.
We need more people. No, but I'm actually surprised about what's going on with the podcast. It's growing the way it needs to do. But like, yeah, it's something. I've always felt like it's a laboratory right now still, but like we're now established. We've got 4 episodes sort of under the belt.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but I feel it's a standard. But
Because I'm excited when like we get to 100 episodes. That's what I'm gonna be excited for.
100's
What are you
possible.
gonna do? Are you gonna pierce something?
No, 100 literally, yeah, pierce something.
No, just because like I think that's what any cool podcast. It's not like if you can just they can do
It's a big
one-offs.
deal. If you can just be
Making it to
consistent.
that.
Yeah, be
you get to
consistent. Just
100.
like make a lot of cool content. Like eventually you hit something that's interesting.
Yeah, you hit a
Amazing.
stride. You hit a stride.
Yeah.
And it's also like, yeah, 100's a good one. I would say 50 as well would be
Oh, of
pretty,
course,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Of course, like all good benchmarks.
I always
but, you
feel
know.
like
Yeah.
number 43 is always a really good number. It always ends up being like a really good episode.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I always think like in the 80s, 87, 86. But we can
That's
talk
when,
about numbers
that's when it
forever.
starts to get a little bit slow. I find,
Slow,
In my
really?
opinion.
Yeah.
Oh.
95 to 100 is usually like some of the best because they're ramping up for number 100.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've watched podcasts. I've watched podcasts that literally has about like
I'm talking at
3,000.
my ass,
No, I know, but
making up
I'm just
numbers.
gonna bring us right back from our asses to like I've watched like the whatchamacallit, the Bugle podcast, right? And that Bugle's with John Oliver and stuff like that. Like there's literally like 3,000
Oh my God.
podcast episodes.
That's massive.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
I've listened to them
what they
all
do,
throughout my
right?
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know, it's over the course of 10 years, you know. But I think like 2,300 is when they really lost it.
I'd say about 1,400, but you know,
Yeah.
You're just grabbing
talking
numbers.
out of my ass again. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
So, well, ask a final question about like
Oh.
your voiceover type of thing. Like, okay,
Oh, man,
Pressure's
it's gonna be
on.
a heavy one, isn't it?
favorite line. What is your favorite sentence to utter or wish to utter ever? Like for at this moment, at this current moment in your decay to death.
You've asked the bane of my existence.
He knew the
I,
point.
I have
the weakness.
so many favorite.
What are a couple?
lines.
What are a couple of them? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
You know, top
listen
10
to one.
if you need to.
No, please God. Just a couple. Don't listen. No.
Oh man, Jesus
Thanks,
Christ.
Zach.
You have to
kidding,
like fucking cut all this shit out.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no,
I know I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to you in the
Yeah,
camera. Is
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, no,
Cut
watch-
this! Cut it! Cut it!
We're done here.
Yeah. This is gonna be the greatest. No cutting.
I don't know. Like I go back and forth, right? I've got like specifically, I think video games have some of the greatest monologues. I think some of the greatest like one-liners you can find in video games. But they're all situational, you know. They don't make a whole lot of sense outside of the situation. They mean a lot to me,
Okay.
but they don't mean a whole lot elsewhere. And it changes throughout time too. Like some things become a little bit more prevalent because of what I've been doing lately. You know? So like
Yeah.
I've been playing Symphony of the Night
Okay.
a little bit, right? So I think of Dracula saying, "What is man?" Just
Ah,
a
so
miserable
good.
pile of secrets. You know, like that's
Nice.
such an awesome line,
Yeah.
expertly delivered too.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
that's good.
I like things like that. You know, I like things that like make you think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be the best. Date bio, you know, like that kind of thing. It's like fuck off. Like I don't care about that
God.
shit, you know, like believe
Yeah.
it. Oh, come on.
Believe it,
You
right,
know?
right.
Like I'm not all about that. I know, or like, oh, you know what? Actually, one that's actually stuck through my entire life is
Okay.
from Reboot, from the introduction. You know, like oh my god, Bob's line in the intro, right?
yeah.
It was I'm a guardian to mend and defend.
Yeah, to mend and
defend my newfound friends.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
such a good line.
I can't think of the fucking
No,
line.
but that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember it.
It's okay.
Whatever, you know. That,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
yeah.
It's an
It's
excellent
iconic,
line.
yeah.
It
How
really,
How do you feel about the
really
reboot of Reboot?
I've been dreading it.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one picture of it and it was like,
There's a
live
reboot.
action.
Reboot. There's
Yeah.
a reboot.
Yeah,
reboot.
Rainmaker bought Mainframe a little while ago.
Yeah. I mean, like
And
it was gonna be.
butchered reboot. They butchered it.
No, I never want to see it
Oh,
again.
that's gone.
No, that one's gone too.
These are all going.
We'll do a final. You've got a lot of work to do. But Beast Wars was amazing. I remember I used to watch Beast Wars and like, well, Are You Afraid of the Dark and all those types of things. Those
Yeah,
were
yeah,
part of
of
that. But I
course.
mean the whole YTV saga that was.
YTV was excellent when we were kids.
Yeah,
Well, when I was a
superior
kid.
product.
How old are you?
Superior. I'm 32.
You're 32 years? 22?
You?
25.
Ah, okay.
So like
Yeah,
YTV,
we're-
you were
yeah,
our
exactly.
child.
You were at the
Yeah,
cusp.
exactly.
Yeah, you were at the cusp.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
be
was thrown in the
26.
mud. I
Yeah.
was in the mud pit. I
Well,
was
but
like,
I mean, you were old enough to actually see the stuff and to
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
register a lot of it. For
yeah,
me, it's
that
just,
was-
it's like
It just existed.
no, not quite. I mean, it's all. What do you call it? What the fuck is the term here?
It's
I'm
okay.
losing it.
I literally saw the episodes come out new, like fresh. Like I had to
Yeah.
wait a week, or
It's-
wait several days.
I found that those things kind of built into our foundation. You know, like we grew up with.
Canadian television was pretty good.
It was really good.
Thank goodness
It
that
taught us
existed.
excellent ideals. I find.
Of
you know,
course.
I feel like those shows, despite the fact that all the television is the boob tube, you know, all that stuff, and television melts your
Yeah.
brain, all that. Whatever, man. Those shows taught me a lot of stuff that I still carry with me today, and I think it
course.
makes me a better person.
Huge foundations. And like, I don't know about you guys, but I watched it with friends. So I watched it with other people
I didn't
sometimes.
have friends growing up.
I didn't either, so you know.
But like, oh, that sucks. 'Cause we used to have
Whatever.
like, we
I
used
was
to
the
have,
new kid in my school for 3 years.
oh, there you go.
How can you be the new kid for 3 years?
Exactly.
Because like we used to watch The Simpsons too, you know, like the Halloween specials. All of us would come together and watch the
cool.
Halloween special together, like 3 or 4 of us on the freaking clock, you know, turnable, clickable TV.
I don't want to
and
get too
watch
far
it.
off of this, but did you hear about? Did you
No.
hear about Matt Groening's new show?
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
about it.
On
Yeah, the
Netflix.
Depending or whatever it's called. It's gonna be called like
Whatever
the
it is,
Dependables or
coming
something
to
like
Netflix
that.
next year. I can't
Yep.
fucking wait for
It's
that.
smart.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's smart. It's smart. It's a smart move that he's gonna do that.
absolutely.
I think Simpsons are cool where they are
I
right
wish
now.
the
It's a big
Futurama
deal.
would come back, but
Futurama, well, that's a tricky business, you know. Like,
yeah, of course,
it's so tricky.
It's too smart for some people. I think.
It
really,
was
really
smart. It was the smartest show in that whole universe.
I have not had as much entertainment with a cartoon as I have with Futurama.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's
I
so-
know.
That's a good way to put it.
Best.
Oh, it is. It goes sometimes so depressing and so inside.
It's just like
Because once you include like time travel, once you include and then make it sentimental and make
Yeah.
universe things sentimental
Yeah.
and all those types of things. Even like I know physicists that work at CERN that watch freaking Futurama over and over because they literally have to. It's a reset button to not get too serious about
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because like
That's really cool.
yeah, it's really really interesting. Yeah. Anyways,
yes.
Yeah.
thanks so much, Justin, for being
I tell you, it
here.
was my
Yeah.
pleasure.
It was really
It's
amazing.
our pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it was really a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you as first guest, and I hope
I
we
think
can
it
have you
went well.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
I
we
would-
can
I would love
have
to
you
do this
again.
again, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll bring you in for the
So-
43rd episode.
Okay,
Yeah, 43rd.
sounds
That's what we'll
good.
do. Promise, promise,
Should have
promise.
said something a little lower. Huh? 12. 12 is a really good episode.
43.
43 it is.
43 it is.
Okay.
Not
I'll
12.
drag you in.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so I'm Nick.
I'm George.
I'm Justin.
Thanks,
You're not
kid.
going to see me again.
Yeah, you're never gonna see this guy
You're
again.
going to leave me taped to the chair.
No.
Glued to the
Yeah,
chair.
glue the chair. He has to walk with the chair out of here.
At least he gets a free
And-
chair.
Yeah, he gets a free chair. Yeah.
That's a gift. Parting.
That's okay.
Alright, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
No sponsor. Again. Talk to you guys later.